I want to take a little break from gaming. Let's watch some videos. I have some videos prepared. Speed react Andy's for a little bit, just to wind down a bit, and then we'll play. We'll try to get as far as possible in Alice Madness Returns. But for now, let's just relax a bit and watch some videos.
Don't blame me. Blame Honey for sponsoring this video. The Jeff the Killer creepypasta is popular. Really popular. So before Netflix ruins it with a feature-length film, we wanted to make a high-quality adaptation. One that stays true to the lore. Featuring Jungle Jimmy, Chills from Top 15s, The Vulgar, Skit and Sears, and Donut Operator. Jeff the Killer. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Liu couldn't complain though. A new, better house? What was not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of the neighbors came by. "Hello," she said. "I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and introduce my son." She turns around and calls over her son. "Billy, these are our new neighbors." Billy said hi and ran back to play in his yard. "Well," said Jeff's mum, "I'm Margaret.
Do people do that?
And this is my husband Peter. And
I don't think anyone who's moved into the neighborhood.
They each introduced themselves.
Really went out
and
to
then
greet
Barbara
other
invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to.
I hate it when
When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mum.
"Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid."
"Jeff," said his mother,
"Don't force your kids to make friends, alright?
Here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors.
Except we
now,
don't.
We're going to that party and that's final."
Oh my god, that photo.
Jeff started
The picture on the
but stopped
wall.
himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Whenever his mum said something, it was final. He walked up to the room and plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at the ceiling when suddenly he got a weird
I mean, I don't know what
feeling.
parents are watching my
so much
streams,
pain,
but parents, don't force your kids to make friends.
Weird feeling. He dismissed it as some random feeling. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked down to get it.
Zenny, what's up? Thank you for the
Next day,
lemon.
Jeff walked
Much love.
downstairs to get breakfast and got ready
We
for
just
school.
got done wrapping up
eating
Phasmophobia.
breakfast, and once again,
It was pretty good.
got that feeling.
I died
This
twice.
time, it
Twice.
was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain.
Right now, we're just
Once
winding
again,
down and we're
he
watching
dismissed
Jeff the Killer
As he
creepypasta
and Liu
by
finished
Internet
breakfast,
Historian.
They walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus. And then, all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard
Floss like a
jumped
boss.
over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise.
Hey,
Right,
what the
right,
hell?
Cider?
The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it with his hands. The kid seemed to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears an Aeropostale shirt and ripped blue jeans.
I think that
Well,
neighbors,
it
at least
looks like we got some
kids
new meat.
should not be friends with their
Suddenly,
neighbors.
2 other kids appeared.
Because
One was super
kids,
skinny.
you
and
know,
the
they get
other
along right, that's fine, but when they fight, and then you happen to live next to
And
the
the
kid
other
that you hate,
was
like, come on,
huge.
man, that's like the worst thing ever.
Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith.
Mark
Jeff
Zuckerberg is
Liu
Jeff.
looked over to
What are you
the
talking
skinny
about?
kid.
It's
He
Jeff.
had a dopey face that you would expect a sidekick to have.
And he's Troy.
They looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looks like he hasn't exercised since he was crawling. Zing.
And I
Alright,
said
dude.
the first kid.
am Randy.
Randy?
Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood,
Why are all
there is a
bullies
small
named
price
Randy?
for bus fare if you catch my drift.
Liu
You guys
stood up,
notice that? Every
ready to
bully's
punch
named
the lights
Randy.
out of the kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Hey,
I
E.
had hoped you would be more cooperative, but it seems
I'm gonna call you
we must
E,
do
because I don't want to
this
call
the
you
hard
an
way.
idiot.
The kid walked up to you and took his wallet out of his pocket.
Oh, it's not my fault that that's
Jeff
your
got that
username, is it?
feeling Again.
Hey,
Now
E.
it
Hey,
was
E.
truly
Idiot.
strong,
How you doing?
upburning sensation. He stood up, but Liu gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid.
"Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet or else."
Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out.
Hello,
his
Burak
own knife.
Setep.
Oh.
Welcome
and
to the
what
stream.
will you
Thank you for the
do?
follow. Much love. Much love.
Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face,
Thank you
Jeff
for the
grabbed
follow,
his wrist and
idiot.
Randy screamed
I
at
feel
Jeff
so
with the
weird
knife in his
saying.
hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground.
Is Jeff a Naruto ninja?
But Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped the knife and fell to the ground.
Jeff must be from the
screaming.
Hidden Leaf
Troy
Village.
rushed
Jesus.
him too. But Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and
Ooh.
Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over. Liu could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff. Jeff, how did you... That was all he said.
Hey, Cider, some
News that they'll be
Ultra
free.
Instinct thing going on, eh?
So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran,
Instant
they looked
transmission.
Back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Liu made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened.
Burak, what flag
they
is
did
that? I actually don't know what
sit
flag
and
that
listen.
is.
Liu just thought of that as his brother beating
I'm
up
not very
a few kids.
worldly, obviously.
But Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful it was. The urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it
No.
sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. He felt that strange feeling go away and stay for the entire day of school. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice,
It was a wonderful day.
Ah, Turkey. Okay.
Next morning, he heard a
Is it
knock
okay to
at
talk
the
about
door.
Turkey?
He walked
I heard
down
it's
to
not.
find 2 police officers at the door, his mother looking back at him with an angry look. Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked 3 kids.
Yeah.
That it wasn't regular fighting, that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son. Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true.
Mom, they were the
No.
ones who pulled the knives on me and Lou.
Son,
Said one of the cops.
we found 3 kids, 2 stabbed, 1 having a bruise on his stomach, and we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us?
Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Liu had been attacked, but then they'd have no proof that it was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they were
Donut
fleeing
operator.
because, truth be told, they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Liu.
I should stop drinking G Fuel at night. How am I gonna sleep?
Jeff couldn't do it, since it was him who beat up all the kids.
Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me.
I've
The
never seen
cop
Donut
looked at
Operator,
his
no.
partner, and they both nod.
Well, kid, looks like a year in juvie.
Wait, said Liu. They all looked up at him, seeing him holding the knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked them on Liu. It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it. He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises, as if he was in a struggle.
Son,
Ex-cop
down the
reviews
knife.
full
Said the
police
officer.
footage. Oh, that's
Liu
interesting.
held up the knife and dropped it to the ground.
Oh, he's taking the fall for his brother.
He put his hands up and walked over towards the cops.
No, Lou. It was
Hey,
me.
why
I
does
did
Mark
it.
Zuckerberg always look
Jeff had
like
tears
either an
rolling
android or a
down his face.
reptilian? Like, what's up with that haircut, dude?
Trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. So the police led Liu out
Oh,
to
no.
the patrol car.
Leo, tell them it was me. Tell them I was the one who beat up those kids.
Jeff's mother put his hands on his shoulders.
What's her day?
Jeff, please.
Ian?
You don't have to lie. We know it's Liu. You can stop. Jeff watched helplessly as the cops sped off with Liu inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled up into the driveway.
Hey, I'm
seeing
actually-
Jeff's face and knowing
Like, during
something
that
was
Senate hearing, I
wrong.
was... Like, he was acting really weird, but come on, the Senate
Jeff
was a bit
couldn't.
weird
His
too,
vocal
dude.
cords were strained.
Wasn't one of the
from
questions like how
crying.
many pages
Instead,
are on Facebook
Jeff's
or something?
mother
Like, who the
walked
hell
his
knows?
father inside to break the bad news
I think
to him
that's the problem,
as
man.
Jeff
You have all these
leapt in the
like
driveway.
actual boomers
The
running
cops have led
like
his brother off.
these Senate
They've
hearings, and they don't
gone,
understand the
"What
technology.
was
It's
sentence in there?"
actually retarded.
Yeah, about a year. Scratching their heads. About a year in juvie? Yeah, it sounds
Yes,
about
I
right.
think
Was
that
it you?
he
No, it
sold
was
his
me.
soul
I
to
can
make
prove it
Facebook
with
this
a scratch.
successful.
That's all we need. Son, you're coming with me.
Behind those eyes, there is definitely
Do I
not a
need
soul.
lawyer? No, don't worry about that.
He sold his soul.
After an hour or so, Jeff walked back into the house, seeing his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed.
Or was like on a typical page how many likes there are.
He just
Like, how the
couldn't
hell
bear
is he
to
supposed
see
to know
what they
that?
thought of Liu, when really it was his fault.
It's
He
like
just went to
asking
sleep,
the senator
trying to get the
how many
whole
contacts
thing
are in
off
his
mind.
phone at that
2
given
days
time.
went by, with no word from Liu
kinda
at
dumb.
the JTC. No friends to hang out with. Nothing but sadness and
Oh
guilt.
no, Jeff.
Wow. This really is a solemn moment. Ad time. Here I have $1.05.
Dude, internet
6
historian ads
cents,
are like the best.
7 cents. There you go. But sir,
How does he do it?
that life-saving medicine for your daughter costs $1.08. I don't have any more money. Sorry, sir. No medicine for you then. Oh God, I wish I had saved more
Yeah,
money.
D-Live
I
is
hadn't
great,
spent full
but
price at a wide
they need
range
to,
of stores, such as Domino's,
know,
Gymshark,
get
and
more
Booking.com.
features.
Now my daughter, who was going to be the
I wanted to
first
embed
female
my-
president,
my-
is dead from whooping cough. Now
I wanted to
will have to
embed
pay
my
even more
Twitter
for the
thing
funeral.
onto D-Live
Don't-
so that you guys can see when I cancel.
Don't let this
couldn't do
happen
that.
to you. Get Honey. Honey is a convenient little tool.
Zucking power.
Save money when shopping online. It's free, by the
He's
way.
a vacuum
Sign up.
cleaner.
Sign the fuck up. It's free. and it
Sucking up
doesn't
all that
cost
data.
All you do is click this button and it automatically applies discounts for you on pretty much all the big retailers. This is what it's like. Look how
Hey, you guys
easy
use
it
Honey,
is.
by the way?
Just do it. Get the thing. It has like 10 million members. I need
It's pretty
whooping
good.
cough medicine for my sick future president daughter. So join honey.com/internet historian.
Oh baby, me so honey.
That is, until Saturday, when Jeff is woke up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face. Jeff, it's the day, she said as she opened up the curtains and let light flood into the room.
Wait.
Oh my
what's
god, all those
today?
pickle ricks.
Asked
Jesus.
Jeff as he stirred awake. Why, it's Billy's party. He was now fully awake.
Mom,
fuck
you're
Billy.
joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after.
Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be a good
Fuck
thing
off.
that brightens up the past days. Now get dressed. Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get her.
Moms, don't make your kids.
He picked out a
go to
rain
parties
shirt
they don't
and
wanna
pair of
go
jeans
to.
and walked downstairs.
You're gonna make them like the
He
social
saw his
pariah.
mother and father all dressed up. His mother
If
in
you want to
dress
go to a
and
party,
his
you just go
father
yourself.
in a
Right?
suit.
Parents, come on.
He
Don't do
thought,
that. Don't use
"Why
your
do they
kids
ever
as an
wear
excuse.
such fancy clothes to a kid's party. Son, is
I've seen
that
I've seen
all
I've,
you're
I've
going
seen
to
I've seen too many
wear?"
cases where this
Better than wearing too much.
He said.
it makes the kid even
His
more
mother
resentful.
pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hid it with a smile. Jeff grunted and went back up to his room.
I don't have any fancy clothes.
He yelled down the stairs.
This is about why
Just
Mark
pick up
Zuckerberg started
something,"
Facebook.
called his mother.
This is childhood.
He looked around in his closet for what he would call fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants that he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't
See, Mark
find a
Zuckerberg
shirt to go with it,
had
though.
trouble
He
making
looked
friends as a
around
kid.
and found
This is
only
really
a
awkward.
striped pattern shirt.
That's why he
No
founded
dress to go
Facebook,
with
to make it
nice
easier to
dress
find friends.
pants.
This is
Finally,
his
he
origin
found
story.
a white hoodie and put it on.
You're wearing that?
They both said. His mother looked at her watch. Oh, no time to change. Let's just go, she said as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door, and at it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, way overdressed. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults. No kids. The kids are out in the yard.
Idiot thing.
Jeff, how about you go and meet some
Okay,
of
no
them?"
hard
said
feelings.
Barbara.
Okay,
Jeff
I'm
walked
just gonna
outside
read your
with a yard
name.
full of kids.
Idiot.
They were running around.
Thank
in
you for the
weird
lemon.
cowboy
Much love.
costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns.
And yeah,
Suddenly,
Zenik, I'm having
a
some
kid
buffalo
came up to
wings.
him and
I haven't had dinner.
a toy gun and hat.
Sorry about the eating.
Wanna play? He said.
No kid. I'm way too old for this stuff.
The kid looked at him with a weird puppy dog face. Please, said the kid.
Fine.
Said Jeff. He put on a hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off Liu, until he heard a noise. A weird, rolling noise. Then it hit him.
Buffalo wings, dude.
Randy,
Buffalo wings. G Fuel.
Troy, and
I'm set for the night.
Keith all jumped over the fence on their skaterboards. Jeff
Skaterboards.
dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat.
Oh, Marky Mark is
Randy
mad.
looked at Jeff with a burning hatred.
Hello, Jeff, is it?
He
What are you
said.
gonna do with a broken nose and a
Have
broken
some
arm? Come on, man.
Unfinished business.
Jeff saw his bruised nose.
I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you, and you get my brother sent to JDC.
Randy got an angry look in his eyes.
Oh no, I don't go for even, I go for winning. You may have kicked our asses that one day, but not
Wow.
today.
As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted. Jeff
Ooh.
pushed Randy off him, and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming, and parents were running out of the house.
Give him the
Troy
business,
and
Marky
Keith
Mark.
pulled guns out of their pockets. Real ones.
What?
No one interrupts, or guts will fly.
What?
Said
Why do the kids
collectively.
have guns?
Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his
Where are the
knees.
parents?
Randy started kicking him in the face.
Wait, where are the
After
parents?
3 kicks, Jeff grabbed his foot and twisted it, causing Randy to fall to the floor. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him. Need some help? He picks up Jeff by the collar and
What the
throws him
fuck?
through the patio door.
Boys will be boys.
As Jeff tries to
What the
stand,
fuck?
he's kicked down to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood.
Come on, Jeff, fight me.
He picks up Jeff and throws
Jeff
him
is
into
losing
the
a. I mean,
Randy
Mark is
sees
losing
bottle
a
of vodka on the
fight
counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's
to a
head.
kid with one arm.
He throws Jeff back.
This
into the
is
living
why
room.
he made Facebook, so he can
Come
only
on,
so he can make
Jeff,
friends online and
look
not
at
actually,
me.
Jeff
you know,
rises
experience
up,
this
his
physical
face
contact
riddled with
ever
blood.
again.
I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC. And now you're just gonna sit here and let him rot in there for a whole year. You should be ashamed.
Jeff started to get
Damn.
up.
Oh,
Jeff,
fine.
give him the business,
Stand
Jeff.
up and fight.
Jeff
Give
is
him the
now
business.
to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Once again, he gets that strange feeling, the one in which he hasn't felt for a
Right,
while.
Cider, right.
Finally, he's up.
Don't ever
Says Randy.
make
as he
friends with your
runs
neighbors.
Jeff.
Your
That's
neighbors
when
are the
it
type of people
happens.
that when you see them,
Something inside
you turn to
Jeff
them
snaps.
and you give them a polite.
His psyche is destroyed, and
That's it.
all rational thinking is
Don't
gone.
be friends with your neighbors.
All he
A
can
polite
do is
smile.
Kill.
That's it.
kill.
That's the
He
extent
grabs
of
Randy
contact.
And pile drives him to the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop as Randy gasps for breath. And everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and
Hey, that's
Keith.
Ranton.
Although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff.
Why the
Jeff
parents are
sees
fine with
the
this?
guns
Like,
trained
what?
on him
What?
And runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith
Why but the parents are right there?
each shot missing. Jeff runs up
Wow,
the stairs.
really? Star-
He hears
Star
Troy
Wars
and Keith follow
stormtroopers?
up behind as they let out their final rounds of bullets. Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready.
Okay, dude.
Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy.
Ah, too easy. He got
Troy
parried.
goes down hard, and now all that's left is Keith. He's more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into a wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf. It burned both of them, and they started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight into Keith's head. As they lay there, bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile.
What's so funny?
Asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched
These
it
are
on.
kids, by the way.
What's
And the parents are
funny?
downstairs.
He said.
Like, what the
Is that
fuck?
you're covered in bleach and alcohol? Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Get it? Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol
Is he gonna set the
had
other kid
made
on
him
fire?
into a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff.
I like to think that's exactly how he fell.
Dropped to the ground, nearly dead.
10 out of 10,
Last
dude.
thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he
They're all
passed out.
smiling as well.
When Jeff woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm, and when he tried to get up, it fell out.
The editing
And
is
a
top
nurse
notch.
rushed in. Okay, it's a sexy nurse.
I don't think you
Oh.
can get out of bed just yet.
She said as she put him back in bed and reinserted the tube. Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" she asked. Jeff couldn't answer.
Yo, that mother
His
definitely
face
hates
was
Jeff.
covered, and he was
Then you know,
unable
Sonny getting
to
chased and gunned down. Like, what the
"Oh,
fuck?
honey, I have great news.
What now? Another party?
All the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed to trying to attack you. They decided to let Liu go. This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm. Bless that tube. He'll be out by tomorrow, and then the two of you will be able to be together again. Jeff's mother hugs Jeff. It's the most convoluted fucking 4 words I've ever read. How about his mother?
Jeff's mother hugs
Jeff's
Jeff.
mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes to Jeff. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family, which is to say, Jeff's family. They came to the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family were all there
Oh
to see
my
it,
God,
what he
that
would
nurse.
look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats.
It was
They
Johnny
waited
Depp all
until
along.
The last bandage holding the cover over his face was almost removed.
Let's hope for the best,
said the doctor. He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Liu and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face.
What happened to my
She does the
Jeff
puffer
said.
fish.
He
Oh.
rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw
You
the
guys
cause
know the
of
puffer fish?
distress.
Oh my
His
god.
face. It's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned to a pure
Yikes.
white color, and his hair.
That's
singed
one
from
image of Mark
brown to
Zuckerberg I never
black.
thought I'd
That's
see.
another thing. He slowly put his hand to
Oh,
his face.
that's so
It
unpleasant
had a
to,
sort of
to look at.
leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, then back at the mirror. Jeff, said Liu. It's not that bad,
Not that bad.
said Jeff.
It's perfect.
His family were equally surprised. Jeff
Dude,
started laughing
yeah, right, right.
uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye
Oh,
and
true!
hand
Dana
were
from
twitching.
Star Trek.
Oh, Jeff.
Wait, Zedek, do you know what
Okay.
do you know what Dana
Okay,
looks
I've
like?
never felt more happy.
Ah, yeah.
Ha! Look
But
at
he
me.
needs the yellow
This
eyes,
face
right?
goes perfectly with
It's like
me.
yellowish eyes,
He
not
stroked
red.
his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror.
Yikes.
What caused all this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity specifically, snapped. Now, he was left as a crazy killing machine. However, his parents didn't know that. Doctor, said Jeff's mum, is my
His parents don't seem to not know
alright,
anything about Jeff.
in the head?
Oh yes, this behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers.
You guys know.
His behavior doesn't change in a few
I'm
weeks.
looking at the nurse.
Bring him back here, and we'll give him a psychological test.
Oh man.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go. Jeff looks away from the mirror, his face still formed into a kind of crazy smile.
It's so unpleasant to look at, dude.
His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his
Wait,
clothes,
his reflection didn't move.
This is what came in.
said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now they were clean of blood and stitched together. They took the clothes they got burned in the fucking fire and cleaned them of all the blood and vodka and bleach.
Fuck that.
And cut out the burned bits and stitched. Fuck's sake.
That makes no sense
Jeff's mother
whatsoever.
led him into a room and made him put his clothes on.
You can at least get us a
Then
new
they
clothes,
left,
dude.
not knowing that this was their final day of life. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun. Later that evening.
Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks.
That's
Jeff, what are you doing?
that's not as bad
That's
as
his
just
mother.
looking at the white stuff.
Jeff looked over to his mother.
I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever.
Jeff's mother noticed his eyes, ringed in black. Jeff, your eyes! His eyes were seemingly never closing.
I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burnt out the eyelids so I could forever see myself, my new face.
Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going bananas.
Caution, angry gamer.
What's wrong,
Oh,
Mommy?
sorry.
Aren't I beautiful?
Yes, son, she said.
Angry gamer.
Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face. She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. Honey, get the gun. She stopped
Because he's a
as she saw
Reptilian.
Jeff in
Come
the
on,
doorway,
Cider. We know that.
holding a knife.
He can
Mommy,
shapeshift.
you
He's a
lied.
reptilian.
That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with the knife, gutting both of them. His brother Liu woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. But as he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up. Before Jeff's hand covered his mouth, he slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Liu. Liu thrashed here and there,
That editing.
trying to escape Jeff's grip.
Oh man, this takes me back to the good old Flash animation
Just
days.
go to sleep.
Oh yeah, dude.
To be continued.
Wait, no,
Never.
you can't.
I'm all sticky with the
That was it? Oh no! Wait. Is there a part 2? Come on, there's gonna be part 2. We're getting good. It's getting good.